Welcome back, Witches and Wizards. Today I'm going to do this a bit differently. Today I'm going to be talking about the negative consequences of sub for sub, which some YouTubers do, which is not good. I'm also going to have this playing over a gameplay I did on Dead by Daylight where I encountered my first cheater. I'm pretty sure he was cheating because of the fact that he didn't have a Mori. If you know the game, Mori means an insta-kill if you accomplish a certain amount of things, if you're the killer. Not only did he hit me once and completely downed me, which he didn't have anything to do. Like, he had no perks or anything like that allowed him to do it. He was playing Freddy. But then he also Moried me when I had never been on the hook, which you need to be on the hook at least once or twice, and he just straight up just killed me. And it couldn't be a perk called no man. I don't know. I can't remember the actual name of it, but people call it Noed. It wasn't Noed because I was working on the last generator, and he just instant killed me, which is, I think, impossible. So, talking about sub for sub, a cheating way of getting subscribers to monetize your YouTube channels while also showing footage of my first cheater on Dead by Daylight. Thought it was appropriate. So I'm going to talk to you about sub for sub. Now, what is sub for sub? Sub for sub is a practice that people have started doing where they promise to sub to your channel. They subscribe to your channel in order for you to subscribe to their channel. It's a cheap way of getting your sub count on YouTube to 1,000 at least, so that way they can start getting monetized on YouTube, where they can start making money. For YouTube, you need to have at least 1,000 subscribers, and then you also need to have 4,000 hours of watch time. Now, this practice is not good. It is very toxic. The reason why I wanted to do this video was because I encountered my very first hater. I'm not even sure if you would classify that as a hater, but what happened was I was posting my videos. It was my I was posting my links to my Paka Plus playthrough on April Fools. And next thing you know, I have a person on Facebook, because this is a common practice on Facebook, because there's so many YouTube groups, but it does happen elsewhere. He started getting upset out of nowhere because he said, "I'm upset you didn't subscribe to my channel." And then he started going to my other links and started saying that they were, saying that, like, my videos suck, don't watch her. And then I told them, like, at first I wasn't even sure, like, I thought, like, maybe this was a prank because it is April Fool's. But where I was at the time when all this was happening, it was technically April 2nd. But then, at first I was like, maybe he's playing a joke. But then the fact that he kept spamming it, he kept spamming all these comments saying don't watch, horribly misspelling some things too, but saying don't watch, she's mean, you know, she talks mean about you, her videos suck, her channel sucks, and all that. And I'm just like, whatever, dude. Like, yeah, that's not cool. And the fact that he's going to all my other videos, and he was starting to do that on Facebook, so I was like, okay, this doesn't feel like a prank anymore. So I told him, I told him, don't do sub for sub. Number one, I never promised I would do sub for sub. I don't do that. When I first started going into YouTube, I thought it was a legit practice, so I was like, okay, this is what everyone's doing. Should I start doing it? And I did it a little bit, but then I saw people like, don't do it, and I'm like, okay, I understand why. And I'll explain in details a bit later on as to why you shouldn't do it even more. But yeah, no, he kept going, so I blocked him. I reported his comments as spam. Yeah, so it's toxic. It's very toxic to do something like sub for sub, because all you're doing, you're not getting authentic views, and you're not getting authentic subscribers, which is what you want. You don't want people to subscribe and then not enjoy your content, not do anything, because that's not how you grow. The whole point of doing this is for you to put out your creativity and growing with your community, with the community of YouTube, is learning how to better your content, how to be more creative, and just spamming people for sub, or subscribe to me and I'll subscribe to you. Watch at least 3 minutes so that way it counts. No, that's not how you do it. It's not authentic. It's not, what's the word? It's not practical. Like getting 1,000 people to do that and then maintaining that so that way you can still become you can still maintain monetization. It's not good. No. So the whole point of me doing this video is because I want new people that want to learn, that want to start off making YouTube videos, that want to do something like this. I want them to know right off the bat, don't fall into this. Do not fall into the trap of sub for sub. Don't do it. And I'm hoping that people who have been doing this practice, that they see this video and then they realize, oh, this is not good, because it does actually have negative consequences for your channel, and I'm going to go into that very soon. But yeah, no, it's not good. I'm going to pull up a picture here of the YouTube's term of service, and this is why, like, this is one of the negative consequences you have on your channel when you do practices like sub for sub, because it's a cheap way, it's the free way of basically buying your subscribers, which is not good. It says right here, for permission and restrictions. The following restrictions apply to your service of your use of the service. You are not allowed to. And then if you look at number 6 on their list, it says, cause or encourage any inaccurate measurements of genuine user engagement with the service, including by paying people or providing them with an incentive to increase a video's views, likes, dislikes, or to increase a channel's subscribers, or otherwise manipulate metrics in any manner. That's saying you cannot buy subscribers, you cannot buy views, you cannot use algorithm, like you can't use machines, you can't use people, you can't, you can't do that. You can't buy, and you can't trade, as in using sub for sub. I'll subscribe to you if you subscribe to me, because it's not authentic. People are not subscribing to your content because they like it. They're subscribing so that way they get a subscriber too, which is not how you grow as a channel. And it's very, very, it's not good. It has a negative, it's a toxic thing to do. And, and I am ashamed, again, I thought that's how it was done when I first started off. And then I quickly realized, no, this is not good. And I'm not running the risk of losing my channel because of this. This is how you could lose a channel. Not only does YouTube catch on to you being a sub for sub person, it's like a web. When one person does it, another person does it, another person does it, another person does it. When YouTube catches on to that one person, it spreads. They're going to start restricting them. And then it goes to the next person and goes to the next person, and then they get hit, they get hit, they get hit. So not only are you putting yourself in an awkward situation later on in your YouTube career, which is what you don't want to do, it's not good. I can't emphasize that enough. It's not good. And it just boggles my mind that people are still doing this after I see Facebook groups all the time that say, don't do sub for sub. You will be, your content will be removed. You will be blocked if you continue doing this. And then people still do it. I'll post my link on these Facebook groups saying either a catchy thing to kind of catch people's attention if they might want to do it, or I might just describe what's happening in the episode saying, hey, look at this. Thought this might catch someone's interest. But then I would get people in the comments on those Facebook groups saying, they'll just post a link of their channel. And I'm like, no, dude, I'm not doing sub for sub. I want you to check out my channel if you're interested, based off the thumbnail and the description I give out. And if it catches your interest, start watching it. If you don't like it, leave. If you do like it, continue watching, maybe subscribe. It's all that simple. Now, this video is not going to be about, like, I'm not going to tell you how to get viewers, authentic viewers, because I'm still kind of struggling with that myself. I'm still learning how to do it. It's a learning process that never ends. That's just how life is. If you're doing this and you're upset because it's not going fast enough and blah, 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 I've been at this for over a year now. And I only just recently hit my 100th subscriber. And that's probably going to drip down soon. I don't know. Because it always fluctuates. I'm always gaining some and then losing some. Yeah. I've seen people on Facebook saying that they've been working on YouTube videos and uploading videos for 5 years. And they're only at 300. That's dedication. Yes, it is going to be a drudge for some people. Some people might not have the resources or money or, the content or the ideas that's going to immediately become the next great hit. You don't want to be that in that 15 minutes in the limelight. You want to be in there for the long haul. So you want to get authentic subscribers. And you're not going to get that by doing sub for sub. That's not how you get monetized. That's how you get flagged by YouTube. That's how you become a toxic person. And that's a no-no. You don't want any of that. Because that's what we want to entertain. We shouldn't think of this as a business. Think of that as a second thing. You should never have YouTube as your primary focus of, this is going to be my business, this is a job. No, that's not, you shouldn't do that. No, number one, that's not good for your mental health. Number two, I do this as a hobby, as a way of entertaining. I love entertaining people. I was always the class clown. I was always doing weird things. I would always tell stories. And, I want to entertain people. I wanted people to smile, to laugh, to get into the story or into the game or something like that. I want to be an entertainer. I'm not treating YouTube as a business. I want to give, especially during these times when we can't go outside, restrictions, you can't see people, and we are basically stuck at home. I want to bring people together, and I want to bring happiness to people, and that's why I try to be silly, even though sometimes I get annoyed in my videos about certain things or all that. I want to provide entertainment because I want to be an entertainer. That's it. I worked with children, and I was always the goofy one. They would always say, "Oh, you're so silly." And I'll be like, "No, you're silly. I'm not silly." And they thought it was hilarious. I just want to bring smile to people's faces. And you're not going to get that with people that are just subbing to your channel just to get a sub in return, that aren't going to watch your videos, that aren't going to find it entertaining. Really, dude? Really? My street is so constant with the loud noises of people driving by with their tiny little ding-dongs in their fast-moving cars. That or it's a fire hydrant, which I'm not going to complain about. No. Though I do want to comment. I do want to say this. Because I worked with children, I made this idea, I had this thought, and I tell this to my coworkers, and it kind of blows their mind. We get excited with the kids, because the kids are excited, because they're like, "Oh my gosh, it's something new." We get excited when we see a fire truck drive by, when an ambulance drives by, a police car drives by, and their lights are going, and it's making loud sounds and all that. It's exciting. It's something that doesn't happen every day. But those vehicles are out because in an emergency, something bad is happening, and we're going, "Yay, fire truck!" Sorry, got a little distracted there. My ADD is kicking in. But yeah, no, the whole point of this video was to don't cheat, YouTube. Don't be a cheater. Like this guy cheating in Dead by Daylight. Don't cheat the system and try to, fake subscribers because you're going to subscribe to someone else's channel and stuff like that. Don't do it, because YouTube knows about it. They're not dumb. And they have it in their terms of service. And if they catch you, you're just going to make it worse for yourself in the long haul. You're not doing it to entertain other people. You're doing it just so that way you can get money. And that's, no. No. And I get jobs. Some people have the mindset that I go into work, I do my job, and I leave. But this is YouTube. Be creative. Be, have authentic viewers. That was my TED Talk. I hope you have a great evening, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye!